Usually, before I go shaking my tits for the press, I like to go see how the professionals do it. Some might say the chief of police has no business in an institution like this, but in fact it's the quietest and safest place in town. You won't run into any reporters, nobody gets into any fights, nobody drinks too much, nobody even raises their voice. The place is owned by an elderly gentleman who knows how to keep things under control. That's why I never invite my friends here. I wanted to make an exception for my 60th birthday, but most of my colleagues are young enough to be my sons, and they'd rather just hire prostitutes. Why stare at some boobs when you can take the whole package for yourself? But there's none of that in our club. Even looking too long is considered indecent. You can get an occasional glimpse, like by accident. The rest of the time you just pretend that you're immersed in conversation, or just come by for a drink. Doesn't mean these gentlemen wouldn't want their bald heads smothered in tits. It's just that nobody says it out loud. My younger colleagues might call it hypocrisy, but I call it the good old-fashioned manners. Good manners and leave the rest unsaid. She agrees to unbutton her blouse, and we agree not to pay too much attention. The girls are on a quiet prowl, too. They're looking for a way out of their cramped rooms. Maybe make friends with some wealthy patron with a pacemaker and dentures. Everybody wants something. But we have to control ourselves, or we'll all turn into libertines and prostitutes. Hell, if there weren't any rules, I'd be belching and farting, jumping up on the table, arms held high, yelling, "Shake it, baby!" No idea how I got so barbaric.
I think it's got something to do with this ball patch. Hi there guys, welcome back to the channel where we are starting a brand new series on This Is a Police. Yeah, also, people don't seem to have eyes, which is a bit worrying. Especially if some of them are part of the police force. That's kind of a key thing to be able to see what it is you're doing. But anyway, let's get into the story. So this is a game that, to be honest, I've already tried and attempted to do a recording session today, and it completely failed. So I'm going to go back into it. I'm going to start a new game. But yeah, This Is Police is something that I saw Sips from the Oscast play. Over a year ago, I think he did a playthrough. And I saw him do some of that. I thought, you know what, that would be a game that I could probably get into. So I thought, sod it, I'm going to give it a damn good go. So this is our breakfast table, I imagine, at home. Just enjoying a nice pot of tea, I imagine, here, and a spoon. Is that a spoon? Yeah, a bowl of, I don't know, Cheerios, Cocoa Pops. I mean, I would obviously go for a Cookie Crisp. Some salt there, because who doesn't love a bit of salt in the morning? And I don't know why the cup is so far away from the pot, but there we go. Anyway, and there's a knife to cut up his sausage, clearly, and we obviously need to see, and obviously an ashtray there, because who doesn't love a nice cigarette in the morning? So here are today's papers. So we've got the Freeburg Tribune, the Golden Bird, and the Fact, Freeburg's #1 paper. I think these guys might have something to say about that. So it's July the 15th, it's a Monday, and City Hall has confirmed rumours of Jack Boyd's resignation. That's us, by the way. Mayor Rogers is a sex maniac, ? I think he probably is, to be honest. And the Fact says, Mark War 2 to be shown in Freeburg the day before the worldwide premiere by the mayor's personal request. I can't say that, surely he can't have that much to say over stuff like that happening, but he is a sex maniac, so it could happen. So here we are in our crappy jalopy. I really hope that we get to get a new car at some point.
When I was a kid, my father sometimes told me at bedtime that if I closed my eyes and didn't open them for a long time, all the demons would blow away.
That's good advice, to be fair.
But I
Sometimes
still
just
take
closing
his
your eyes, it's
advice.
just like nothing
Not
else is
because I'm
happening. Nothing else is in
sentimental
the
or
world.
want to keep the memory of my father alive. I just can't think of a better solution. To get away from all the demons that haunt Freeburg, I'd need to wear a blindfold 24/7. Plus, it's a good idea to act blind when talking to reporters.
Well, no one has any eyes, so it doesn't
At least
matter
that's
anyway,
what
does
my
it?
colleagues
I mean,
say.
look, they don't have any
They're
eyes.
afraid of
They don't even
press
have a face.
But for me, it's more like
It's
a
terrifying.
confessional. No matter what lies you tell, you're privately thinking the honest answers. It helps me remember who I am.
You're Jack.
The fact that I'll be reading all about it in the papers tomorrow is a small price to pay. Call it penance for the preacher.
Oh, it sounds wet. It's been raining. I do love the style of this. I like the way that it's done, kind of old,
This is the
kind of
first
comic
time
book
I'm
style.
afraid of those
But it's,
answers
yeah,
my mind
I
has
really
given
like
me.
this art style.
Not because I'm mad I'm losing my job. Though it's true, I'm mad as hell.
It's mad that he's losing his hair.
Not because
I've been there.
subconsciously blame
yeah.
everyone else. Though I
I
damn
blame
sure
everyone
do
else.
blame
It's
them.
never my fault.
And don't even ask me what my next move is. I can't imagine.
World's shittest chess player.
But even that doesn't scare me. The worst thing is, I know I'm gonna have to do something. And I'll be damned if I know how far I'll go. I may have a lot of vices, but predictability isn't one of them. I learned a long time ago how to drive away the swarming demons. But what do you do when they're trying to rip your soul from your skin?
Surely your
Shutting
soul
my
is
eyes as
inside
tight
you.
as
It's
I
not.
can.
It's not on
The
your
best
skin, is it?
solution remains the same. Play
Sounds a bit
blind.
weird.
I just hope the reporters think I was blinded by the camera flash.
You're blinded because you don't have any eyes, Jack. No one has eyes. This is the town of no-eyed people. It's weird. Look at them. Look how terrifying that is. Good morning. Hello. Yesterday, the mayor's office officially announced your resignation. Did this come as a surprise, or did you know about it in advance? I don't like the mayor, so I'm going to go with that. It's probably not a good thing. It's probably got stuff for them to print in the papers, but Mayor Rogers is a dishonourable, corrupt politician, and he's been waiting for an opportunity to get rid of me. Yeah, I'll tell him. Do you already know the name of your successor? No, I think it's a new man. I think it'll be a department veteran, and who cares? Who cares? I'm going with that. I've done my job, and I'm just about finished with it. Soon my only interest will be cigars and jazz, and I frankly don't care who takes my place. Hell yeah. After the recent corruption scandal, your deputy Francis Kendrick said he was looking forward to resigning. If the mayor offered him your position, would that change his mind? Who cares? It's not my problem. And that's not my sorry, that's his business, not mine. Ask him yourself. They're getting a top quality press conference from me. Although Kendrick was acquitted, many still believe that the police are cooperating with the mafia. Do you have anything to say about this? I don't know. I've never worked with the mafia, but I can't speak for every man and woman in the department. I can't follow all my employees around the clock. I love that. It's basically saying, yeah, we're probably involved with the mafia, but I haven't, so it's not my problem. Do you think your personal relationship with the mayor could be the reason behind your retirement? Definitely not. Possibly. How should I know? How should I know? You'd better ask him. Ooh, so frosty. I love it. Yeah, thank you. See what the newspapers write for that.
Back today, Mr. Boyd.
Same as usual.
How did the press conference
Oh,
go?
awesome.
You can read about it in the newspapers tomorrow.
Absolutely awesome.
Don't let anyone in.
Even Mr. Kendrick.
Especially Mr.
Oh, we're not
Kendrick.
talking to Francis. Apparently, we're not talking to Francis. We're not getting on at the moment. Oh, popping pills. This early in the morning? Jesus. And smoking a cigar. Nice. I like this proper old school kind of detective guy. We've got shit to deal with. Well, we haven't, because we're resigning.
As soon as
we're
I
leaving.
heard the door creak, I knew what face I'd see. When I tell Emma not to let anyone in, there's only one man it could
Banning
be.
the dinosaur.
Rude, arrogant, no warning. That's Mayor Rogers in a nutshell. White summer shoes, white socks, white shorts,
Oh.
white polo shirt.
What a prick.
And the white smile of a hungry shark.
Oh, look at that terrified
Mayor Rogers
face.
enters every room like he owns the place. Even
God.
the floorboards under his feet sound like they're creaking an apology. He never shied away from the odd corruption.
Of course he
scheme.
didn't. It's
It's
a
like the
typical
devil walks
corrupt
behind
politician.
you. In the movies, the villains controlling the city play golf with the judges. Rogers plays tennis with them instead.
It's better to use a ball.
That's about the only difference.
Jack.
What the hell's with his voice? Jack.
You ran away.
Sound like the
so quick.
Joker.
There's no smoking at City Hall. No reason for me to hang around.
Like it.
Well, this morning I signed a ban on smoking in all public buildings. Soon you won't be able to smoke here either.
But you're a bag of fun, aren't you,
Enough, I
Rogers?
won't be
Jesus.
here at all.
Get off my picture.
That's
That's
what I
my
wanted to
picture.
talk to you about. The
I like my
people of the
wonky butt.
city like you, Jack. The police chief of all people.
Yeah, people like me.
Don't
I get shit done.
Don't betray that, Jack. Don't get wrapped up in any schemes. Sit nice
Like
and
offshore
quiet
tax
for the next
avoidance
180
schemes.
days, and you'll be remembered as a hero. That's the only thing that you still have left. Be the hero.
Then how am I supposed to scrape together a retirement fund?
You had a million chances to secure a luxury pension, one that even I would have envied, although I've never set aside any money for myself. I'm not planning to retire anytime soon.
Oh, it'd be amazing if we get to like kill him off or something. He's just take my cigar. Ooh.
180 days of quiet.
Ooh, I
Jack.
don't like this man.
That's all I need.
Do not touch
I don't
another
have
man's
any
cigar.
problems with you, and you won't have any problems with
Why do I
me.
get the feeling that isn't going to be the case?
I have a new assistant, Troy Starr. If you have something to tell me, call him. But try not to bother him. He's a busy man.
Of course he
I'll
is.
do my best.
And quit smoking up the office. One of my friends will be using it
I
soon.
would totally just like chain smoke for the rest of like my time there now, just to piss him off. Oh. I may have to blur that out. I'm not sure.
I'm sorry.
I mean, it's not
Dave.
showing anything, I
Only
suppose,
the
is it?
mayor has this number.
That's okay. So this is what this guy's
Mr.
busy
Mayor?
at.
Yeah, is this Troy Starr?
Yes.
Go fuck yourself, Troy Starr.
Oh god, I love this guy. He's amazing. He's totally what you do, though, innit? Right. So what are the newspapers saying after what I said? Freebird Tribune is saying civil servants' wages won't be raised this year. Golden Bird is saying next police chief could be one of Boyd's subordinates. And the Fat is saying Jack Boyd on police cooperation with Mafia. No comment. No, I don't believe that's what I said. I said possibly. There's a difference.
Cops don't use the police station cafeteria anymore. There's some kind of stigma against sitting shoulder to shoulder with your partners.
What a waste
Everybody
of a
just
space.
takes
That's
snacks
ridiculous.
from the machines or grabs a meal and hammers it down in the corner like a vulture on a corpse. The main thing? Don't look into anyone's eyes.
There's no
Could
eyes
be
to look into.
construed as an
It'd be
invitation to
impossible.
sit together. The only people eating here are ghosts.
I thought I said the only people eaten here are ghosts. That's very weird.
My deputy, Francis Kendrick. He recently became one of those
He
ghosts.
does look like a ghost, to be fair.
The subject of one of the most devastating corruption scandals in the history of Freeburg. No evidence to support the accusations, but everyone knows Kendrick's days are
Well, he's a
numbered.
ghost already, so he's
I
died.
need that file
Holy shit,
I
he's
asked
old.
for. Needs to be ready
Jesus,
tonight.
why is he still in the police force?
Francis
He looks like
didn't say
80.
anything, but I understood. Ghosts aren't supposed to talk. Besides, I got a feeling he was already finished.
That's a bit ghostish. Ghosts aren't supposed to talk. They have every right. Right, so Kendrick's an old man. Would you like to receive tips about how the game works? Show me what you've got. I'm a 6-year-old police chief a few months away from retirement. I don't need anyone telling me how to do my job. No, show me what you got. Freebird PD organises upcoming work assignments into shifts for today and tomorrow. Every shift, officers respond to crimes in progress and detectives continue their investigations. You can freely move employees between shifts. Cool. All officers and detectives possess several important characteristics. Like Abrams here, he looks like a good guy, although he's got a drinking problem. Professionalism shows the overall efficiency level of your policeman. A figure around 150 is considered average. Any policeman who falls short of this mark is not entirely reliable, while those whose professionalism is considerably higher than average are a safe bet even in a pinch. I would say especially in a pinch. An individual's level of professionalism may rise and fall over the course of their career. That's fair enough. So that's their professionalism. Energy, so that's the energy. Your employees lose 1 point after each working day, blah blah blah. That's fair enough, cool. Employees don't tell you everything. Some cops are lazy, reasons to take day off, drink too much. Try conclusions, that's fair enough, cool, whatever. So, what have we got here? Shift B. Oh, so this is just Shift B, okay. So we've got Kochi, Yancey, Purdy, so they're all above average. They're our top dogs. Then we've got Tsubaki, Asano, Austin. Poor old Price here. Jeez, what's she doing? They're all under average. And then we've got Detectives, Mole, Sue Perkins. Oh, that'd be so cool. Sue Perkins would make an awesome detective. So she's just on average. And then we've got Mafia Boss De Brito here. And Armstrong, who are below average. Look at Price. What's she doing? I'm going to make Price a star. I really am. She's my star girl. Wasn't that a McFly song? It was, wasn't it? And I love this music. This is how I want to do police work. This is what it's all about. So responding to calls is the bread and butter of police work. You'll need to send your officers to the crime scene before the timer expires. A mark on the map shows where the call came from. The farther away the destination is from the police station, the longer it will take your officers to travel back and forth. So the longer your people will be tied up and unavailable for upcoming work. That is fair enough. Hit and run, everyday mall. I mean, you do want a mall that's every day. The easiest way to determine how difficult a task might be is to check how many units you're allowed to send on the call. The more units you can send, the more serious the alleged threat. Particularly risky missions give you the option of sending SWAT, but they must be accompanied by at least one officer. That's fair enough. That's locked at the moment anyway, I think. Number of slots is not the only thing to consider. Any available information from the location of the crime scene to the presence of weapons and so on. All of this can tell you how seriously each case will be taken. A mission might look simple at first glance, until it turns into a brutal meat grinder, or a serious call can come in which turns out to be a false alarm. So no one knows basically, did they? So let's have a look. So a married couple exited a convenience store and saw a van in the parking lot over a... Sorry, let's say that again. A married couple exited a convenience store and saw a van in the parking lot back over a homeless man who'd been digging through a trash can. The driver jumped out to help, but once he saw that he'd hit a bum, he got back in the van and quickly drove away. The absolute twat. Right, let's get Yancey and let's take Price to this, because this can't be a hard thing. We need to get Price some experience points. Not experience points, some professionalism points. That's it. Fight, the last picture show. What's this? A theatre manager reports that during the showing of Citizen Kane, a drunk man attempted to force his way into the theatre carrying a snowboard decorated with the word Rosebud. When he was denied entry, he violently attacked the cashier and is currently fighting with the theatre security guard. That's not cool, man. So let's send Kochi and Tsubaki. Let's send those two. I have belief in them. They can do this. So it's quite a small area. It's pretty cool. That looks like some kind of mansion. That's going to come into play at some point, isn't it? Hit and run. How did that go? When everything goes well, the police capture the criminals and nobody dies, but the truth is sometimes the criminals manage to escape. Just try to avoid any dead cops or civilians. Dead cops will hurt your roster, and dead citizens bother the mayor even more than the living ones. Well, I imagine they will. Offender caught, officers unharmed. Price, that's what I like to see. Yancey, you did a good job with Price. That's awesome. Just what I wanted to see. Tell you, Price is she's bringing her A game. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Perfect. This is turning out to be a good first day. It's all working fine. It's all nice and smooth. And now we've got an armed robbery. Oh, and we've got a fight. Is everyone back? Can I wait for everyone to get back? Will they get back in this time? I think they will. Yep, just about. Right, so this is... A brother and sister clashed with each other over their deceased father's will. According to one of their lawyers, we don't dare separate them, and our security guard is off duty. So let's send... let's send Jonesy and Asano to that one. And 3 teenagers armed with a shotgun robbed a videotape store and made off with their whole collection of adult movies. Adult movies. The criminals fled in a car, but the store manager wrote down the car's license plate. The owner is one Janet Brown, who lives in the suburbs. Right, so it's just a bunch of teenagers with some porn movies, basically. So let's get Purdy, and let's take Austin out, because she's not been out. I could have sent Price, but she's past seeing the porn. She don't want to see porn movies. So we'll send those out to that. Oh god, what's happening now? Assault in the ghetto? Oh god, Price! This is your time to shine. A passerby saw some teenagers attack an elderly musician, then run away with his guitar and his money. Oh, right. Kochi. Oh, it's a 3, and then I'm not left with anyone. Sorry, Price needs to go to the ghetto. I can't not send Price to the ghetto. That's ridiculous. Oh, please don't get another call in now, or else I'm stuffed. Yancy and Asano need to hurry the hell up. Right, what's this one? This is a fight. Oh! When your corp Sancho had to proceed, they might contact you and ask how to handle the situation. Try to deal with whatever comes up, but don't waste your time. The vehicle in question is parked right outside the Brown residence. The sounds of the moaning and loud laughter can be heard coming through the living room window. Knock on the door. Turn the siren on and loudspeaker. Or sneak into the house through an open window. Let's sneak in and catch them watching the porn. Offender car, officers unharmed. Perfect. That is just what we needed. Fight. Oh, what? Have they done that one as well? Offender car, officers unharmed. They're getting more professionalism points. That's spot on. God, what a first day. I swear if Price dies in the ghetto now, then that's just ruined it. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Oh, get in there, Price. Oh, you're doing me proud. Absolutely doing me proud. So everyone's on their way back to the station. Oh, and that's the end of the day. Simple. Oh my god, nothing went wrong. That was perfect. If you think you need a couple of extra hands tomorrow, you can order any cop to come in and work overtime, but if they're working flat out, they'll be much more exhausted. Somebody's bound to make a mistake. Price exhausted, bless her, so we won't get her to come in. What's shift day looking like? So we've got Stovall. He's our lead guy. He's got his rank. And 400 professionalism. We've got Van Daar, we've got Robbins, Samedi. So we've got 3 that average or above. Then we've got Samedi, Grant, Birch Jr. Oh, father and son. Oh, they're totally my guys. They're going out together all the time. Although that'll just lead to disaster, won't it? And then we've got Roy. Oh, Price and Roy. They need to be together. Although Price is outdoing Roy at the moment, but it kind of looks a bit like Eric Idle. Like if Eric Idle was to do like a policeman, yeah, that is definitely Eric Idle. Is he wearing earrings? They look like earrings to me. And then we've got Beasley and Moser that are the detectives. They're doing fine. How the hell is he exhausted? He hasn't done anything, has he? I reckon we need someone else in. I'm going to get Yancy to work tomorrow. Just someone else with a bit more professionalism. I think we need that. Because we definitely need to keep these 2 in order. And Roy, he's a troublemaker, you can see that. Right, let's end the day.